So you decide to genuinely take a break from everything, even people, and decide to go on a rejuvenating trip all by yourself. But the problem is bugs. No, seriously. Not just bugs, but accidents, falling sick, losing your way, bad weather, all the comforts of modern life, being alone, and baddies. Solo camping feels a lot more dangerous now, isn't it? But solo camping can be 10 times safer if you take care of these 10 issues. What are they and how to deal with them? Let's find out. First on the list is choosing the right campsite. The biggest factor when it comes to choosing a safe campsite is it shouldn't be so isolated you can't call anyone for help. However, if it is too exposed, there is a chance of running into baddies. Every state has some areas dedicated for camping and recreation. Use them. They are for you. You can get the information for your state by searching for camping in followed by name of your state. Now pro tip here. After you decide on the campsite, note down the contact information for that area's forest ranger. You can find this by searching for forest ranger followed by name of the place you are going to. Second is check the weather and prepare in advance for it. You can camp in every type of weather if you know what you are going to get and prepare for it. A lot of websites provide an extended weather forecast so you can get an idea of the weather a week in advance. Keep on monitoring the latest forecast for the duration of your trip and pack accordingly. Third is carrying an emergency device and leaving a schedule with a contact person. Even veterans and best prepared people can find themselves in trouble. A personal locator beacon will help your contact person to find you in case of an emergency. This way, help will be able to reach you before it is too late. Ideally, check in every day with your contact and update them about your whereabouts. Fourth is going light. Oftentimes we overestimate what we need out there. So, in the fear of forgetting something, we pack so much stuff that we will not need in a million years. Having a light load will make you nimble in case you have to leave your campsite in a hurry. Since you are only packing for yourself, be mindful of what you pack. Carefully go through items you may need based on few broad categories. That is clothing, sleeping, eating, protection and safety, and some multi-purpose items like rope, hammer and a knife. You can also find alternatives of regular stuff to reduce your weight. Like if you don't want to lug a tent, go for a tarp or even a hammock. Now fifth is packing some safety gear. These include things that you may need if you get hurt, lose your way, need to protect your valuables, have to defend yourself from wild animals and baddies, or to simply see in the dark. Now, generally, you don't have to worry about these things in your regular life. But when you are away from civilization, they are lifesavers. So, carry a first aid kit, a knife, a whistle, a flare, spare batteries and an extra headlamp or a flashlight. Your smartphone is one of the key elements that will ensure your safety. You can't afford your phone breaking, losing power or finding yourself in an area where there is no cell service for miles. You have to keep your phone safe so that it can keep you safe. To do that, store your phone and charger in bubble wrap packs. It will protect them from moisture and damage if possible. Also buy a cheap spare phone to use in emergencies. Item number 4 on your safety packing list is a GPS emergency locator or a satellite phone. If possible, it will come in handy if you find yourself lost without any cell service. Sixth is bringing the waterproofing spray. Nothing will ruin your trip faster than the limited clothes that you have brought getting drenched. Getting your clothes wet is a sure shot way to get sick. Plus, if you are camping in a relatively low temperature, waterproofing can give you some limited insulation. Use the waterproofing spray to keep your boots, clothing and gear dry in rainy or damp situations. Seventh is hygiene and staying away from illnesses and infections. This basically includes keeping yourself safe from bugs and germs in food, water and air. We have a higher chance than animals of catching a disease because our immune system isn't as strong as theirs. They can consume uncooked or not so clean food and water, and they can handle a lot of bug bites without any issues. Us on the other hand, not so much. So when handling food, wash your hands with soap and carry a small sanitizer bottle. Take a shower with soap straight after going for a dip in a lake or a river. You can make water in the wilderness to moderately acceptable drinking quality by a simple portable water filter. Lastly, carry a bug spray to ward mosquitoes and bugs. These bug sprays can also be used on your tent, gear and clothing so that wherever you are, you will be relatively safe. Eighth is fending off human attacks. Now, I'm not trying to scare you, but there is a chance you may come across some hostiles if you are alone out there. Of course, nothing beats formal training over here. However, you can learn some basic moves to defend yourself. You can find some useful tips on the internet, and I have also attached some links of some good videos in the description below. Additionally, make sure to pack a taser or a pepper spray. When you are out in the wild, they can buy you precious time to run away and call for help. A flare and a whistle that I mentioned earlier can be especially helpful in this situation, provided that you are not very far from people. Ninth is a very British advice. Keep calm. While camping alone, there will likely be times when you may find yourself surrounded by worry and fear, especially at night. Every little sound in the wild seems infinitely louder and infinitely more scary when you are alone. While distracting yourself by listening to music, watching a movie, or reading a book can work, it is temporary. When you stop doing those activities, the worry will come back again. Come up with a mantra or a little pep talk you can say out loud to yourself when you start to panic. Don't worry about sounding it silly. It's not like anyone will be there to judge you. Last one on the list is not to consume alcohol when you are alone in the wild. Now, I am not advocating temperance here, but research shows alcohol impairs your judgment, vision, and makes it difficult to tackle some physical tasks. You are prone to make bad decisions under influence, and it puts you at risk of injuries, especially in wild. When you are inebriated, you will also find it difficult to defend yourself. Alcohol can disrupt your sleeping schedule and totally throw off your camping itinerary. However, it is completely different when you are with a group. There is safety in numbers, and at least one sober friend can keep track of what's happening. You won't have that luxury when you are alone, so avoid drinking alcohol. Alright, that's about it. And for those who have liked the video, here's the clip of Magneto deflecting missiles. Vineet out.
Eric, you said yourself, we're the better men.